Great things happen when we get to know each other. Orange. Together we can do more.
Africa has the fastest growing and most youthful population in the world. Over 20% of Africa's population is between the ages of 15 and 24, and since over 40% of Africa's population is under 15 years of age, that number is expected to grow significantly in the coming years, according to the International Labour Office.
The consortium, composed of African, Caribbean and Pacific states, ACP, is funded by the European Union, with Makerere University leading the pilot project, in which Kigali Institute of Science and Technology and the St. George University in Grenada are participating. The European Union, through the EduLink program, has put aside 500,000 euros for a 3-year pilot project that will target the youth from the age of 15 and above to enroll them into vocational training that will culminate their development, thus fighting poverty.
And EduLink is a combination of involving European partners with African and Caribbean organizations, so that Africa and Caribbean can learn from European examples. But also when Africa and Caribbean would like to join in the markets, join in the international markets, and exporting, your delicious tropical food.
Professor Kabasa, the Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, says that Sub-Saharan Africa is faced with high poverty levels, and the solution is to empower youths at grassroots levels.
I think the challenge that is before us is that we have to address the needs of youths. They constitute the majority of the population in Sub-Saharan Africa. In Uganda here, the majority of the young people constitute the majority of the population, up to 70-75%. And this is not more than 35 years. In primary, you have up to 51% of Uganda's population in primary education and less, and they need jobs.
The tripartite pilot project is technically supported by the Netherlands Practical Training Center, with over 40 years in agriculture and veterinary experience.
Practical Training Center, we always take the issue back to production and to animal production. And in our training, we are not only looking at the technical aspects and making sure that the training is throughout all the courses equal in quality and in capacity. We are also ensuring that everybody who's trained is capable of doing the work that they are doing.
Knowing that we have the Education for All program, an initiative by government ongoing, which looks at providing free education from primary to secondary levels, this vocational project will enhance the product from higher institutions, providing them with specific skills of animal sector education system, with the view that animal resources are super mediums of economic exchange.
Well, the beginning point is that every human being has either plants, that's crops, or has animals, or may have a forest where they can get trees and sell and get money. It never used to matter so much, but now with globalization, the economy of countries is led by markets.
Africa has the highest population growth, with Uganda taking the lead on the continent at 3% per annum. The underdevelopment of Afro-Caribbean and Pacific production systems is a serious threat to the global economy, trade, public health, and the environment.
It is for higher education institutions to implement curricula to provide a new generation of entrepreneurial, vocational, and all-rounded graduates.
This has been actually a missing link in our education system. We've been looking at the courses of what we call the white-collar jobs. But I think this thing is very, very important, and I hope that it will be implemented and it will help, particularly the youth.
It is only at implementation level that we have been lagging behind. And this is why I'm saying that what the professor and his team are doing is exactly what was required.
The absorptive capacity of the reformed civil services and private sector are generally stagnated with about 250,000 civil jobs and the about 350,000 jobs created by Uganda Investment Authority in the last 20 years. This figure is far below the total primary and secondary education let out, coupled with the over 60,000 university and tertiary graduates per annum.
To ask the people whom we had invited for a workshop that what is the biggest project or business which they can interest the youth. The biggest project was borders. And we discovered that the youth, you see the youth are interested in the quick money. They save again and again.
We would have to identify somehow where these people can get initial capital.
Correctly, there will be vocationalization and you are training these people. What laws or what is the framework that they will be protecting these people that are training to incorporate them in the society and in the field they are training in?
We want to be able to assist Uganda in empowering and enriching the vocational training institutions, that they are capable to do it. So we would like this opportunity as an international partner very, very much. We are supported by our government to be involved in these activities.
Globally, the demand for livestock products is increasing. Therefore, embracing this opportunity of acquiring global knowledge on how to become an entrepreneur through livestock taking is paramount, as it creates jobs, transforms communities to better places. The Afro-Caribbean and Pacific governments are aiming at promoting our own domestic localized abattoirs to have quality products that meet international standards, thus run away from importing things like beef, fish, among others, for the benefit of enabling the business environment friendly and affordability of localized market consumption. This program will further enhance and solve developing countries' biggest puzzles of lack of credible data from which policymakers can make concrete policy frameworks basing on information provided by the program secretariats. Compiled and presented by Hans Chaze for UBC Television.
Great things happen when we get to know each other. Orange. Together we can do more.